Achilles, it's now like electrical, and some of the feeling came back, but it's frankly quite weird and scares some people, and I get why. This is psychoactive. This is real nutraceutical. I mean, we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get the stuff that goes in it. They have to, like, sign deals with Mitsubishi and everything. I mean, this is not a game. This is the real deal.
It's the real deal, and I don't know what product you're talking about, but I mean, it's not about just one ingredient either. It's about combining 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 proven ingredients that all work together.
CoQ10,
trans resveratrol. I mean, look, there's probably 20 different types of resveratrol out there, but there's only one 99% pure trans resveratrol. You know.
It's like our bio PQQ and all this. This is organic. This is the manufactured America source.
Right. I mean, this is all of the ingredients that go into this product, DNA Force especially, have years and years of clinical studies and research behind them. So those are all
linked on InfoWarsLife.com. In fact, to be technical, people should go there and read what's patented, what we are allowed to say. No, other people aren't allowed to say this because they don't have this stuff. This is real stuff. Thank you so much. We got to move quicker through the calls, folks. Chris in Mass, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to advocate some of the products that have really worked for me. I'm a professional musician. I sing and play guitar and gig out all the time. And since you had Dr. Wallach on the show and some of the longevity products like Tangy Tangerine, I haven't had a cold in like 2 years. And, it's just tremendously helped me. Not only that, I used to get heartburn, acid reflux all the time. And through listening to Dr. Wallach and, using digestive enzymes, probiotics, and now the oxy powder has pretty much cured that for myself. So
it's real simple. Wallach and the organic Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 from InfoWarsHealth.com. He's saying you need 90 things, trace elements and minerals and vitamins. Well, the government's saying only a few, like we're a plant or something. And so, of course, stuff like that is just so incredibly it's been life-changing for me.
That the iodine, to give you a funny story, I used to have ever since I started taking the iodine, I had this I play guitar, and used to have this embarrassing wart on my middle finger that I could not get rid of, whether I try to freeze it off or whatever. And since I started taking the iodine, the thing just magically disappeared. I mean, my immune system is just so much better.
Well, look, I mean, I'm no doctor or scientist, but from all the literature I've read, it's simple. If there's basic deficiencies, if you don't have oxygen, you die. If you don't have vitamin C, you get scurvy and die. If you don't have iodine, you will die. And they just keep lowering the level of what you need until someday, I guess the FDA will say 0, and it'll be a thought crime if you say you need it. And this is not rocket science, what we promote here. We just promote what we believe is the purest, most powerful, ancient source, crystal source, when everything else is seaweed source. Look, the other stuff that and it's great, doesn't turn into a gas in a Petri dish on a hot plate. The stuff we use is so pure, it's not called aerosolizing. What's it called when something gases?
It's called sublimation.
Yes. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it looks like a purple ghost or something. I mean, this stuff just goes into your body. I mean, I don't want to go into details here, but what came out of my skin? I mean, I wasn't tanning before. I was just burning. Now I get really good tans, less sun. And now it doesn't happen anymore because I guess I've detoxed. Stuff just poured out of my skin.
Well, iodine's used for every single cell in the body. And it's, it's your skin, your endocrine system, your neurological system, any type of cysts. It's, when you take away, the big thing is with extra iodine is it blocks the absorption of the harmful halogens like chlorine, fluoride, and bromine. So really what you're doing is hopefully,
you're not just getting what you need, you're blocking the bad stuff.
Exactly. I mean, hopefully everybody's learned enough by listening to your show to avoid fluoridated water. Sometimes you can't, though. I mean, look, all the drinks out there, too, the colas and stuff, those are all made with fluoridated water. There's so many other sources.
A lot of foods have it added.
Chlorine is out there. The bromine is out there in breads. I mean, if you eat at a restaurant, you're going to get fluoridated water. Look, go to any coffee shop in the United States right now. I'm not saying any names, but the most popular ones. They use tap water to brew all their coffee. So when you go in for your latte or whatever, your venti or your, whatever, all you're doing is, number one, you're taking the coffee beans, which are heavily sprayed by pesticides, And so you're getting pesticides, and then you're getting the tap water in your system. So by you taking the proactive approach of doing this is what we're trying to get all people to do. Take a proactive approach.
Listen, I set about to find out what is the hiding in plain view, most powerful stuff that they don't want people to know about and understand, but that the elite are taking. And that's what InfoWarsLife.com products are about. 888-253-3139. And, a couple times a month we cover news, but also cover some of these products in depth, because that's how we're funding the whole platform to promote Rand Paul and to promote the Second Amendment and to promote controlling our borders and to promote sovereignty and to promote free market. Is we're sharing with you things that we really believe in and are powerful. I'm going to do a segment of Overdrive, too, because I want to get to everybody. Evan, Lucy, Carolyn, John, and others. We got Carolyn's a retired nurse. We got John on high fructose corn syrup. Lucy wants to know about Dr. Group and natural ideas. Evan's up next, has a question on Ebola. I'm glad, because that's mainly what I meant when I opened the phones up for everybody's talking about the products. That was not intentional. But thank you for the nice reviews, callers. InfoWarsLife.com. Really changed my life.
Hi, Alex. First-time caller. I just want to say I appreciate your show very much.
Appreciate you.
I am less afraid of Ebola. I am more afraid of the government response to Ebola.
I agree.
And kicking down our doors and hauling us off to the FEMA camps, by the way, of which I just discovered or heard that we have another FEMA camp that I was unaware of just south of Phoenix here. And, we have a lot of FEMA camps here in Arizona. So that is scary. And by the way, when I spoke to a couple federal agents over the weekend, and they get it. Most of the people I talk about, I tell them we're living in pre-Nazi Germany, or pre-World War II Germany.
Well, that's the thing. I'm always, over the years, bashing the feds and people, and never really the military, but they were training them to take us on. But it was that training that woke them up. Cops, feds, and the military, going in the order of military, cops, and then feds. Feds not so much. They're more brainwashed and on power trips. But a lot of them, compared to the public, they're more awake. Dr. Group, isn't that exciting?
Listen, when all of the, the high-level federal agents and even people in Parliament and the royal family in Europe, they all know, and I know because some of them call me. I actually had people in the royal family fly to my office that had cancer under strict confidentiality to get treated. To do the stuff that we were doing when we had before our cancer clinic got raided.
Well, that even leaked out in the news later down in Houston. I remember.
Yeah, it did, and I mean, you could pull up the cases, the FDA that have tried to attack me.
Well, it's on record that Hollywood stars plug your oxy powder.
Right.
I mean, you're a successful guy.
Right, and they, high-level military. I've had people from, organizations that aren't even listed, black ops stuff, come to me for broken bones. I had people, when I had my clinic, CIA, FBI training facilities that would come to me for high-tech treatments when they, broke their arm. They needed to heal it within a certain, 2 weeks or whatever. So, no, they know. The high-level officials, they know where to go, and it's not the hospital. I mean, they know that they know what's going on with the medical system. They know what's going on with the pharmaceuticals. They know now if they have some sort of a lot of times with acute injuries, emergency situations, our hospitals.
Anyways, that was rude. That's a great point. But anyway. Caller, what was your other point? I apologize.
Yes, I have a specific question for Dr. Group. Actually, two questions. Dr. Group, I have my family oil of oregano. In fact, I just placed another order for Survival Shield today, and colloidal silver at 240 parts per million. I've got boys, elementary school age, and, of course, my wife and I. Can you make a recommendation as to what dosage amount I should be giving my family of those three items in preparation for something so virulent as Ebola? And also, second question, I've heard the N95 mask won't protect us from Ebola, so what should we be using as a mask?
Well, that's the million-dollar question right there.
They have a recommended mask. I forget the name of it. It's one with a bubble over your face.
Yeah, it's a biological filtration mask, and from what I've heard, there's some people are selling on eBay and Amazon. You might be able to pick some up there. Some of the military-style masks. Do I think is that really going to protect you? I think it's going to be better to get in a forest somewhere where there's high oxygen levels that the virus can't survive. As far as your questions about dosages, I'm not really allowed to talk about dosages. But one thing I do for oregano oil that I've found really kicks in your immune system is about 9 drops 3 times a day.
9 drops 3 times a day. Thank you so much, Evan. We're going to come back and take a few more calls in Overdrive.
Visit
I want to thank all of our affiliates and sponsors and listeners and the good Lord above and the crew.
In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operations.
You let the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out.